Welcome to Garage Sales Unhinged.
where the characters are as quirky as the finds.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Jake.
Join us as we dive into the wild world of garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, and anywhere secondhand sales are happening.
From bizarre bargains to hilarious haggles.
You won't believe the stories we've got lined up.
Let's get unhinged.
Hiya, Jake.
Hey, it's very true what you said. That sort of people really do be that way.
Don't share my dirty laundry out here on the podcast. That's for me to do about your dirty laundry.
Right.
Okay, Jake, we're going to play one of my favorite games ever that gets on my husband's nerves.
He didn't want to do it, so it falls to me.
Yes.
Right.
It's the Would You Rather game.
Okay.
Have you played this before?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so let me give you an idea of a would you rather. Would you rather be on death row for a crime you didn't commit and the most important person in your life is free, but they committed the crime, or you're free, but the most important person in your life is on death row for a crime you committed?
Oh, the first.
Yeah, okay. So that's a would you rather situation.
And there's supposed to be tougher choices than that.
Right.
Okay.
So I have an extensive list of would you rather questions that are related to secondhand sales. So any question I ask, and also if you have a would you rather scenario that you want to ask me, you're welcome to bring that up. But everything I ask you is regarding secondhand sales. And if there's a question in there going, well, I wouldn't choose either one, you have to choose one. This is how the game works.
Man,
This is where my husband's like, I don't want to play this game. I'm like, do it.
But you're asking him. Are you asking him like God? You're not asking him questions about secondhand stuff.
No, of course not.
No, you're asking him like, would you rather cheat on me with this person or this person? And he's like, hey, come on.
Yeah, he feels like he's getting
That
a
Neither of them. This one.
So I'm going to ask you some questions of would you rather, and then you're going to tell me which one you would want to do.
And I've been studying a lot of tape. I did my stretches, and I am on the Wheaties box. I'm ready to go.
Okay. First question. Would you rather be forced to sell your used underwear on live TV or purchase someone else's used underwear on live TV?
Am I allowed to ask some like clarifying questions?
Sure.
Whose underwear are we talking about here?
I don't know.
Well, would I rather purchase someone's underwear on live TV? Is this like a QVC network thing where I'm calling in? Like they have it on a little pedestal and it's rotating around, and whose underwear is that? That's a pretty important thing.
Let's say it's the underwear of. Okay, I'm going to give you some options, and you're going to tell me in each one, would you rather sell yours on live TV or purchase this other person's?
Okay.
Okay. First scenario, you could possibly purchase used underwear of Tom Brady.
Not really interested in that. I'm not in the market for it. Even in the resale game, I'm really not interested in that. I kind of feel like the guy's market value has tanked of late. I mean, looking more and more leather. And I think like got dumped for like his wife's karate instructor or something like that. Ex-wife's karate instructor. I don't know. But yeah, I do want to just like go ahead and like clear the water here. I'm fine with selling my underwear on live TV. Fine with my underwear. I treat them very politely.
Okay. So in this first instance, Tom Brady, you're passing up on buying Tom Brady's and you're going to sell your used underwear.
Yep. I think I could do fine.
Okay. The second option of
It's really, really not sure how like the TV1 water works in a system. So if Tom buys his own, health grift products, who knows what that's doing to his system? Not really sure as to the state of those underwear, but we do know, that those underwear have seen him kissing his kids on the mouth. and I'm not really gonna get involved.
That's some sad underwear. Okay, the second pair of underwear that you have to go up against of would you sell your own? And also your own means they're not washed. And if you're gonna, and in
Wait,
this scenario, huh?
did you say that you're presuming my underwear is not washed?
Yes.
Huh, I'm still cool. You got to understand, some guys have a reputation for not really taking care of business. I pride myself in the business I take care of.
Think of has pristine used underwear,
It,
folks.
it's part of
1999
the life.
could be yours. Okay.
More and more people are saying it. More and more people want to see the underwear. They don't want me to show it. Should we show it, folks? We should show the underwear.
Okay. The second person whose underwear you could purchase is pour one out for the Queen of England.
There might be a real resale opportunity there. Does it come with a certificate of authenticity?
Yes.
No, are you asking me like, would I be ashamed and embarrassed to air my laundry, so to speak, on live TV if there is such a thing anymore? Or are we talking like, hey, what makes more money sense to you?
No,
Does
this is just a would you rather. And so in this situation, because it is the Queen of England's underoos,
Mhm.
this is for a telethon. So you are purchasing it to raise money for a children's hospital.
Oh, come
And
on. Yeah.
so you would, what
Are
would
we
you do?
talking like which queen? Because right
Um,
now it's like Queen Regent or something.
no, I said pour one out. It's the one that has
Okay.
passed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, for sure. Sign me up. Lovely lady. And like it's for the kids.
It is for the kids. All right. Okay, I'm going to move on to another would you rather question. Would you rather take your chances on buying 1,000-piece puzzle at a garage sale and hope all the pieces are there, or buy a lawnmower in as is condition?
No, I've done the latter and it's gone great. I still have the thing. It works fantastic. But let's say, I mean, honestly, I bought it more or less new. But let's say that wasn't the case. Let's say I show up and this thing still dirty, uh, kind of hit and miss on the pull start and everything like that.
Mhm.
I'd go with the puzzle because like I'm not out as much. If I'm unhappy with the puzzling experience. Um, I just don't like the fact that it's created a really unpleasant picture and there's a piece missing. There's 4 pieces missing. I can put it all back in the box and into the recycle it goes. Whereas if that lawnmower never starts, that's a bigger problem.
So I bought 1,000-piece puzzle at an estate sale, and I asked the person that was, ringing everything up. I was like, "Is there 1,000 pieces in here?" And she didn't even look at me. She just shrugged and she goes, "Hope so." Like, oh man, I
I do
wanted,
love that
I
you
wanted
kind
a
of
guarantee.
went to an estate sale and your assumption, not I'm not calling you a Karen, Julie. I'm not. But your assumption was that, well, surely you've counted the pieces.
I didn't know how thorough they would be.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
2
Well,
stars. They didn't count the pieces of the puzzle.
well, and then I did see an ingenious solution to a missing puzzle piece on the socials the other day, where there was a missing piece in the dead center of the puzzle. And the person that was doing it filled it in with clay and painted in the missing puzzle piece.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you planning a garage sale, yard sale, or estate sale and need some help? Look no further than Garage Sale Supply. They provide top-notch resources and expert advice to help you host the perfect sale. From pricing tips to promotional strategies, they've got you covered. Visit garagesalesupply.com and make your next sale a success.
Okay, let me look at some of my other questions. Would you rather at every garage sale you attend have incredible items, but the sellers follow you around narrating the history of each object in excruciating detail,
Ooh, that would suck.
or have mediocre items with silent sellers?
As I could feign interest, I think, long enough, and maybe some of that stuff might be interesting. I mean, I'd rather the good stuff because I want to come away with good stuff. And if I have to sit through the verbal history, the oral history of, you know, this dinnerware, then okay. I did something similar to that years ago. I think one of the early cars I had went through some hail and needed to get it, appraised to see, if insurance is going to help out with this sort of thing. And honestly, it might have been because of the color of the car or because, I don't know, 19 or something at the time. I didn't, and I didn't really like care to really look at the car, but I didn't see any hail damage. But I took it to the place and the guy's looking at it. And in the course of the conversation, like he finds out, oh, like, um, I'm studying literature. And that got his interest because turns out he's been working on a novel.
Oh,
And it's about a time traveling cowboy. And it started off with that premise and it got better and better as you can imagine it would. But he spent a solid like 2.5 hours, kind of passively looking at the car and messing with his clipboard, but mostly being very, very into the fact that he had this opportunity to really talk about his novel. And I just like, yeah, yeah, went with it. I mean, one, I'm like young and dumb and intimidated and just kind of like going along with it. It's like this is what the appraisal experience is like. And at the end of it, like honestly, God's honest truth, there was not a lot of hail damage on that car.
yeah.
But I'm convinced that because I sat through what you're describing as this kind of prolonged and painful and needless expose, full write off on the car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Worth it, folks.
So yeah, between those two scenarios, I'll take that first one because I'm probably going to come away with some better deals just because I'm showing Nana that I am interested.
All right. The next one. You ready for this one? Would you rather buy a storage unit that contains one amazing item worth $5,000, but the storage unit has like 50 dead mice? It's disgusting. Like maybe someone might have been living in the storage unit. Like it's gross. Or you buy a storage unit that's clean, but only contains items worth $50 total.
The 5K, come on.
Okay, so let me add a caveat to that because that does seem kind of easy. The item that is worth $5,000, it also needs, let's say, 3 months worth of restoration that you would be able to do. You're not
Mhm.
out additional money, but like it's not just you get the storage unit, you turn it on, you sell it. The other storage unit, you could sell the things in it for $50.
I want to say because like you're talking like there's that decimal moved 2 places, and so it's an obvious choice. But I guess if I got to be real, I go like, oh man, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially if
But-
this is not like your full-time job of like, especially
Yeah.
like I think of like a piece of furniture and I see some of these furniture restoration people and I'm like, yeah, they may have gotten it for $50, but then they have to work on it for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they also have to store it somewhere. Hopefully they have a resale business that they can quickly turn it around. So
Uh, you know, man, like normally everybody be like, yeah, show me the money, but um, I might go with the latter one there. I might go with the lower dollar item because I feel like I've made similar choices in a secondhand situation.
yeah.
Like I'll participate in online auctions, and there are some items that are high dollar items, um, And honestly, I think like whether it's a high dollar or not, everything is like in fairly good order. It's not like you'd have to do a lot of stuff, but I'm not really looking at those things to turn around.
Right.
Um, and I'm more inclined to go with the low dollar things because I want to have a good deal, but also from what you're describing, I also want to have a good time. And I don't want to spend all my time on this thing that I know in the course of restoring it, I'm actually going to make it worse. So give me the $50 clean one, please.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Would you rather dig through 1,000 bins of tangled cables and broken electronics or sort through 1,000 boxes of damp smelling clothes?
Oh man. Oh man, that's tough.
I
Neither of
feel,
those sound good.
I hope that the government's not listening to this podcast because they might be getting ideas for Guantanamo Bay.
Hmm. I don't think they need the help. Um, Tangle cords really are a bad time. You know, there was a time where I had more Apple products, and I've gotten away from that. And one of the reasons I'm glad for that is I feel like I'm convinced Apple created their headphones back when they were wired and everything like that. They're designed to tangle up.
Yeah.
They're designed to get wrapped around and everything like that to the point of frustration, and you'll go and spend more money on the wireless ones. And it's like one of the more unpleasant experiences. I recently had my wisdom teeth pulled, and it's similar. Uh, Damp smelling clothes. The problem is it's not my dampness. You know,
Right.
if you're the dampener, it's okay. Like, I'm beautiful. Everyone else is ugly. Everyone has weird, gross toes except me.
You know, most people don't like the word moist. And I feel like damp smelling clothes just that is the tangible moist.
Yeah, that is tantamount to moist. Yep. That should be the name of this episode.
So what did you choose?
The chords, I guess, against my better judgment, because I feel like I'm not sure as to how these articles of clothing came to be so moist. I'm not sure.
That's a
This
good
is
call.
where I could use the oral history. This is where I could use somebody telling me about the dampening. It's the Highlander 4, the dampening, the moistening. And if I knew the nature of the moisture, it might be different. Like, oh, all these Gildan shirts, rain,
Yeah. Yeah.
as opposed to, oh yeah, all these things, other things happen to them. And it might have been a decent time for everybody, but now it's your bad time. And
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take one for the team and go with the chords on this.
Thank you. All right. I got two more lined up for you. I have a lot more, but we're only going to do two more. What's like a band that you absolutely love, and if you could find one of their concert T-shirts, you would cherish it forever?
Oh, geez, man! Like you had to have like said that and then bought me a little bit of time while I thought this through. Because
That's
that's the thing. Like you're on a podcast, and I know it's not like there's a lot of people that listen to this thing, but you gotta go like, oh, is this my? You ask a question like that, and people go, ooh, here's my chance to really showboat. I'm going to mention an artist I like. You've never heard of them, and you're like, clearly you're not cool like me because I've heard of an artist that you haven't. Or do you play it safe and go, oh, clearly this top 40 artist, Bad Bunny,
It doesn't matter what you say, Jake. I just need to know the name so I can ask you this next question.
Say Pale J. Pale J is a recent artist, does some funky, it's essentially soul and funk and extreme falsetto singing, but it's cool. It's really good.
Okay. So let's say that you go to a yard sale and you find a Pell J concert shirt that just, you have to have it. Would you rather have to wear that shirt that you bought at the yard sale for a full day without washing it first? Or you wash it first, but it shrinks down 2 sizes,
Oh man, that's the thing. You wash it and it shrinks like you can never wear it.
right?
Unless you want to be one of those guys, you know, one of those guys that just happens to wear that to the grocery store all the time.
A workout.
One of those really grim divorce guys, you know. Um, I mean, I'd like to be able to wear this shirt, and I guess at least let it have one day in the sun. Let me have one day in the sun of representing, you know, my own self-deluded notion that I have better taste than other people, and then let it fall apart. So yeah, I'll wear it pre-wash.
Okay.
I'm not scared. I've had my shots.
So whenever I see you with a rash all over your torso, it's like, oh yeah, no, I wore that shirt.
Yeah, it's indie, you know. You wouldn't get it.
All right. The last would you rather question for today, because I have a lot of questions on here and I might bring it back for another episode. Would you rather every item you list on like a Facebook marketplace, you get 100 messages saying, is this available, with no follow-up?
Mm.
Or you get the one person who wants to buy everything at 50% off.
The latter.
The
I
one
think
person.
everybody who's listed something has gone through that first one, and it's very annoying.
Yes.
Why is it that those folks like they do that, they reach out and it's at like 11:30 at night?
You know, part of me is like, did they not realize I'm not in their area? Like, do they not have their location set to just around me? And they're actually in several states away or in a different country or something like that. And I'm going, dude.
It really does feel like one of the bigger, like, well, I wouldn't say one of the bigger user interface or user experience fails on Meta's part, but it's certainly one of them, that they made it too easy in Marketplace to ask that question. They
Yeah.
actually just have a button that just says that, and you just hit it and, you know, keep drinking. And like no intention of doing anything with that.
What if someone is actually just sitting at home, to your point, drinking, scrolling Facebook Marketplace, and just doing that to every single post? Like, what a sad life that is.
Yeah. No, like so like whether like to go through like, yeah, essentially what you're describing, not sell the stuff, but still be bothered by people, or selling it at 50%. Hey, like I put it on a marketplace because I want to get rid of it.
Right.
I'm not here to shake anybody down. So yeah, I will happily part with this thing for 50%. Just, you know, commit.
Well, that's what I had for the Would You Rather game of
That's a good game. It really made me observe and reconsider many of my deeply held beliefs about underwear. So I'm glad we did that.
I can't wait to give you a present in the near future that has something to do with Queen Elizabeth's underwear. Especially since I've been watching Bridgerton. I feel like I'm preparing for this joke for like months.
I gotta tell you, I years ago I like watched like 1.5 episodes and I was like, not for me. Not just not for me. It's fine if other people like it. I just can't. I can't.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. But well, that's what we had for this week. And we, like I said, we might bring back the Would You Rather game in a future episode. So
All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna prepare. Gonna do some jumping jacks and finger points, and I will crawl under the bench, and I'll be ready.
cool. I don't know how any of that gets you ready, but awesome. All right. Well, that's what we got for this week, folks. Thanks, Jake.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Be good.